It's your boy Rucci Reacts coming at y'all again with another video. And today, for some reason, the software that I use to make reaction videos is kind of tweaking a bit. So, but I have to drop something. So I'm just tell y'all story time, give y'all a story time video on how I lost my virginity. So yeah, so how I lost my virginity is kind of like a funny story. So let's rewind the clocks all the way back to 2016. I was a junior in high school, and you know, I was still living in Orlando, and let's first talk about my relationship with girls. Like, you know, my relationship with girls, I mean, it wasn't really that, like, you know, I had friends, but like when it came to girls and all that, like, I only had one girlfriend in high school, and like, you know, it wasn't really like, you know, it wasn't really like, you know, I don't know, close. And like, you know, when it came to other girls and like, you know, me in the relationship with other girls, I don't know, like, I wasn't really into that realm. Well, everybody else, they had multiple girlfriends and all that. I wasn't interested in that realm of, like, you know, high school. I wasn't interested in dating. I wasn't interested in, like, you know, I wasn't interested in, like, you know, sex. I wasn't interested in that. So I didn't, like, lose my virginity until I was a junior. So, but it was actually kind of a funny story. So, I'm gonna tell y'all that. So yeah, like, I wasn't interested in, like, you know, that type of thing. But, the way it happened was, I was at home. Like, this is how it started. I was at home, like, you know, doing my thing. I was at home doing my thing, and I remember I was checking my iPod Touch. I had an iPod Touch back then. I didn't have a iPhone or an Android phone. I just had an iPod Touch. That's all I used, and I ran off of Wi-Fi. So I was checking my social media and all that, and this girl, we're gonna call her Maggie. That was actually her name. Her name was Maggie, but her name was Maggie, and you know, she hit me up, and she was like, "Hey, my name is Maggie. I'm in your chorus class." She really wasn't in my chorus class because I never seen her before when she sent me a picture of her, and I saw her Instagram. So, so she really wasn't in my chorus class. The only time I seen her, it was in a chorus event. It happened during the weekend. So like, that's probably where she saw me. But like, she just said that she was in my chorus class. So, she was like, "Hey, I'm in your chorus class. I think you're cute," and all that, which really surprised me because most girls that I liked in high school, like, I didn't like her because I didn't know her, but most girls, they didn't think I was cute. I mean, they just keep the distance away from me. But she was like, "I think you're cute, yada yada yada," and like, at first I thought someone put her up to this because that's normally what happens, and she was like, "I think you're cute, yada yada yada," and then I was like, "Okay, thanks." And she was like, "We should, like, you know, talk, get to know each other a little bit." And I was like, "Okay." I was just going with the flow with the whole thing, because, you know, I didn't think it was legit, and, you know, I was just going with the flow. So she was like, "Let's find a spot to meet up tomorrow at school." And then I'm like, "Okay, let's find a spot to meet up tomorrow at school." And I was like, "Where do you want to meet up?" And then she was like, "Let's meet up at," I'm guessing it was, shit, I know it was somewhere secluded. I think it was in one of the empty hallways. Yeah, if I had to guess, one of the empty hallways. Like, in one of the hallways, well, some kids, like, be in, but barely anybody be in. So, it was in one of the empty hallways, I think. And she was like, yeah, let's meet there. And like, you know, I got off the bus the next morning, and I just got off the bus. I just went to the hallway that she told me to go to, and she also met me over there. I told her I was over there. I texted her, and she also went over there, and I was like, hey, what's up? And my name's Michael, and yada yada yada. And then she was like, hey, you're cute, yada yada yada. And she started kissing up on me, and I'm like, whoa. I mean, she was like really rushing into things. Right? She was like really rushing, and I was like really shocked because I wasn't used to it. I mean, so like I was enjoying it, but I was like, it was a shock to me. I was like, whoa. So like, you know, she was kissing up on me. I was like, you know, getting horny and all that. Like, you know, I was getting a boner and shit. And so, like, y'all know how that goes. So, she was kissing up on me, and then like, you know, we was just making out. That's all we did. We barely talked. I still remember that. We barely talked. And we just made out until like the bell rang to go to class. And then we also met up at lunch, because I think we had the same lunch. Wait, did we? Or did I just skip class? Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think we had the same lunch. Yeah, we had the same lunch. So when we had the same lunch, we just hung out. I got my lunch. I remember we hung out at this one spot. It was really secluded. Like the courtyard was like here, and there was this one crack, but like near the exit of the school. And like, you know, it was like really dark and all that, and so like, you know, it was like really secluded. So I still remember it. And like we would just hang out there, we would just sit like by the wall and all that, and we would just make out, like for real. I mean, that's all we did. And then like I remember that, and it was that Monday. So when that same day, I remember when in chorus, and the word spread around school so fast that I was dating this girl, Maggie. The word spread around school so fast that I was dating this girl Maggie, and like, you know, and that me and Maggie, all we did was just make out. And like, you know, somebody spread this false rumor that we already fucked when we already didn't, but that part's coming up soon. So later that day, when 7th period in chorus, I remember I had chorus for 7th period, which is really lit, by the way. My friend Rosemary, shout out to Rosemary, by the way. She was a really good friend, though. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, I do miss her. She was a really good friend. She was a really good friend of mine. I mean, I do miss my Orlando friends, but I'm getting off topic. So, my friend Rosemary, she was trying to warn me about her. She was like, oh, Maggie's a hoe. Don't date her. Don't do anything with her. I mean, like, just be careful. She's a hoe. She can have some disease. Don't get her. Yada, yada, yada. She was trying to warn me about her. And, like, I told her, like, I never did anything. Like, I never had sex before. Like, don't worry. Like, I just never had sex before. I mean, like, you know, sure, I would get, like, aroused and all that. And I just never had sex before. So, like, that's what I told her. So, and, like, you know, other people in the chorus class were also warning me about her. So, I just told her, don't worry. Like, me and Maggie, like, you know, I don't know what Maggie's intentions are, but I mean, like, all we do is just make out, and that's it, because she never told me, like, you know, to meet her anywhere, like, you know, as far as, like, you know, sex is concerned. So, like that's it. So, I mean, I just told her not to worry. So the next day at school, me and Maggie, we met again. And then, when we was making out, I think it was like in between classes, yeah. I was on my way to my next class, and then, like, you know, I was walking this way, she was walking this way, and then we met, and then we started making out, and then she grabbed my fucking crotch area, and I'm like, dang. Like, she after that, and then, and, like, it was like, dang, this girl, she wanted. And so she was like, hey, you should ride my bus to my house after school. And I'm like, cause I was like thinking about it. Like, I was thinking maybe I should do it, but maybe I shouldn't, because I was scared, because my parents, they're like really strict and all that, and like they would kill me if if I didn't show up home on time, if I didn't go home on time. So they would kill me if that happened, which it happens. So, but my savage little self decided to, like, you know what? Like, you know, I never did anything that was, maybe I should do it. Like, you know, maybe I should try new things. So maybe, what the heck? I'm gonna just ride a bus home, see what happens. So, 7th period came. You know, my friend Rosemary, she told me not to do it. And what does my, like, you know, stupid little self do? I did it. So after 7th period, Maggie, we met up, me and Maggie. I still remember, she was waiting on me in front of the, like, you know, the hallway, the performance arts hallway. And, like, Rosemary, she was nodding her head in disappointment when she seen me go with her. And don't worry, Rosemary, she had her own boyfriend, so don't worry, she didn't have no thing with me. So don't y'all get that confused. So me and Maggie, we went on a bus. I was listening to music. I was like kind of nervous at the same time. I mean, I had butterflies in my stomach, but then again, I was nervous because I was like, dang, what are my parents gonna think? What are my parents gonna, like, you know, my parents are gonna freaking kill me. So, I was like so scared. I was scared shitless. So, but then again, I was like excited, I was scared. I mean, it was that bittersweet feeling. So, during the bus ride, I was just listening to music, trying to calm myself down. Listening to, like, you know, Chief Keef, like, whoever was popping back then. So, that's who I normally listen to, is Chief Keef. So I did. Like, I wasn't even talking to her. I just had my hand around her, and I was just like bumped in Chief Keef. So, we went to her neighborhood. The bus dropped us off at her neighborhood, which was a trailer park. And I'm like, dang, I never been in a trailer park before. And all my friends, like, most of my friends lived in different neighborhoods from school, and they were like, hey, Mike, hey, little Mike, we didn't know that you lived here. And I'm like, I don't. I'm just here visiting a friend. And, like, you know, that's why I told him. So we went inside her house. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna be 100. It was stanky as hell. Her grandmother was there, but I mean, something tell me that she was special or something like that, because I don't know. Or she was just really old, that I don't know, that she maybe had Alzheimer's, but whatever, that's besides the point. But anyways, we went inside her room, and then, like, you know, she turned on some Netflix. We was just chilling at first, you know, my arm around her, like, you know, we was chilling on the bed at first, and then her grandma peeked in, and then I'm like, my heart just stopped, and we wasn't doing anything at this point, and then her grandma just, you know, closed the door and then just went back doing her thing, and then I just like went back to, like, you know, cuddling with her, and like the sex scene came on the movie on Netflix, and then that's when it happened. She started, like, you know, pulling, like, taking off her pants, yada yada yada. She started pulling down my pants, and, like, you know, she started giving me head and all that. Low key, she gave terrible head. I mean, like, for real. And then I told her, like, you know, yo, is you gonna ride me? And then she was like, no, that's a difficult position to get out of. And then I'm like, okay. What? That's a difficult position to get out of? Cause, like, you know, for my first time, I wanted a girl to ride me, like, for real. So, we just skipped right to the doggy style, and the doggy style, I have a hard time with. It's not because my dick is small. Don't get that confused. It's just, like, you know, it, like, oh my god. It's like, I had a hard time with it because, like, you know, I mean, it was my first time. You guys gotta remember, it was my first time. And, like, I'm like, okay, like, what? And then I just told her to get on her stomach, and then, like, you know, we just fucked, and, like, you know, I pulled out, and then, like, you know, shit happened from there, and her pussy was really loose, like, for real. And it stank, and, like, she tried to get me to eat it out, and I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not eating it out. And then she got mad about that, and I'm like, well, deal with it. So I just fucked her, and, you know, I bust, and then, like, you know, after I bust, like, you know how y'all got that feeling after you bust and y'all, like, just come back to your senses? That kind of happened for me. I'm like, dang, I need to get home, like, because I checked the time, and I think it was like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, dang, I need to get home. My parents are gonna kill me. And then, like, you know, she was like being like a baby. She was like, come on, just cuddle with me. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. My parents, they just want to kill me. So, and when I mean kill me, I mean kill me, bruh. Like, kill me. So when I went back to the house, well, her mom, I had to wait for her mom to get out from work, which was like 20 minutes. And then when her mom came off from work, it was an awkward car ride back home. So, like, you know, it was like a 20-minute car ride back home. And she tagged along also. And then and once we pulled up to my house, my parents were waiting outside, as, like, you know, and I got snapped on. So, and I remember my mom, she snapped on Maggie's mom, and it was like, it was like, dang. I mean, she snapped on Maggie's mom pretty good, and Maggie's mom looked like she didn't care. I mean, it was like, I mean, I still remember it pretty well. I mean, I kind of regret it, and because I could have lost my virginity to someone who was better, because I technically just lost my virginity to a hoe. Because, I mean, she technically was a hoe, and then the next day at school, everybody was like, hey, I heard y'all Maggie fucked, and I'm like, yeah. And then, I mean, it really wasn't that special to me, because, I mean, I could have lost my virginity to somebody else that, like, you know, that was cooler. And it could have been more meaningful. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my mom, she snapped on me pretty hard, and like, you know, she was saying, oh, it's against the Bible, yada yada yada, which it is. And like, you know, you can get a girl pregnant, you can get STDs, which you can. And my dad, he also got on me a bit, and like, you know, rest is history. So yeah, that's how I lost my virginity, and that's how I lost my virginity. So yeah, so yeah, if y'all want more story times like this, just let it know in the comments. I'll try to fix the reaction video thing, the software that makes the reaction videos, because I like doing that. So just let me know if you want me to do more story times. Put it down in the comments below. Subscribe for more content. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Also follow my social media. Links will be in the description below. And it's been your boy Rucci Reacts, and I'm out.